this is what I like to do. I guess it's just built in me. And she brought this up that I like doing this podcast. Well, we're going to do this podcast because I like helping people, number one. That's what we both like doing. I like that, baby. You are just so freaking awesome. So this is what I like to do. I guess it's just built in me. And she brought this up that I like doing this podcast. Well, we're going to do this podcast because I like helping people, number one. That's what we both like doing. And we just grew up in that arena all our lives. We had parents who was pastors, also active in the church, active in community,
Right.
just being there for people. So we just grew up around it. So for me, it's just natural. This is what makes me happy, being able to help people.
Speak from your heart.
Right. And just to speak from my heart, and to do what we can to help whoever we can, because it's going to come back to me. It's going to come back to us some kind of way, some kind of form, fashion, some kind of how. Even though at this moment, it's really, really rough right now. It's really rough. But for those who see me every day, and, people ask me all the time, just recently, yesterday when I went to work, lady had to pull me to the side. I mean, she had stopped me and said, "Hey, you need to tell me something." I said, "What's that?" I was like, "Just got to work." It was like 7:15 in the morning, because my routine is I speak to everybody. I'm always happy, always cheerful, always bubbly. So she asked me, she said, "What is wrong with you?" Like, what's wrong with you? I was like, "What you mean?" I was thrown for a loop. I was like, "What you mean?" She said, "It ain't no way in the world a person can have all that energy that you have every day." It said, "No way in the world." I say, "Well, let me tell you the truth. I'm finna be very honest with you. You ready?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "It's a blessing and a curse." I say, "It's just what God have given me to come in an area, to come to work, be around people, and I have to. It's not that I want to, because there's times I'll just be busted and disgusted, but I have to bring joy to everybody else. It's just,
It comes out.
I have to. I can't stop it. Even though sometimes I go to work, don't want to be fooled with nobody, be upset, busted and disgusted with my own situations. But when I walk in the door, it's just, the Lord just take over.
It flows.
It just come out naturally. And she was like, "Oh, okay." She probably didn't get what I was saying, but she was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Well, that's it. That's all. That's all I got to say about it."
And this will be where I come in. Did you say to her that I have to be?
I have to be.
Did you say that the Lord takes over?
The Lord. I told her about the Lord. I say it's my gift.
Yeah.
It's a gift that the Lord have given me.
I think simply you can say this. This is what I do to him all the time. Simply, you could just say,
What?
"I can't help myself." It just comes out. I don't want it to, but it just comes out. I have to. I start smiling. And on the inside, I'm like, "Stop smiling." But I can't help it. I'm smiling. I'm like, "Hey, how are you? Look at you. Cha, cha, cha." And then all of a sudden,
Soon as you walk off,
my limbs start moving. I'm dancing. I hate dancing.
right?
I hate it.
Right.
Stop.
That's just how I flow too, just like that. That's how I go down.
He can't help it. He's going to always
Right.
be Shelton. And Shelton, on the true inside, God-given inside, he is a people person. People have always loved him. The light that's inside of him, they can see from a mile away. And even though he would love to snuff out his light.
Yes. I'm sorry, Lord, but yes.
But he cannot.
Right.
At some point, when he I believe this in my heart. When he fully understands and um, gives in, I think something is going to happen where he's just going to be blessed, like unlimited list. I can't even say the word I'm looking for. I think that he's going to be blessed without measure.
Okay.
Without measure. I think he's going to be blessed without measure. Once he understands it and stop fighting it, just give it to them. Give it to the people.
Right.
He's just going to see the blessings just multiply and unfold. Um, and don't get me wrong, we all have things that we do that we just hate about ourselves. But give in. Let it go. It's who you are.
Right. That's who I am. So I think that's just everywhere I go. That's pretty much what it is. And I remember, my wife said I was a pastor. Well, she called me her pastor. I used to pastor. Used to preach all the time. And people used to come and say, when you preached about so-and-so, or you told me so-and-so was going to happen, it happened. And I mean, they used to be so happy. They used to be so ecstatic. But I used to be so mad because I was like, God, you doing this for everybody else. You telling me to tell everybody this. You blessing everybody else to do this. But look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
We up here suffering, going through, struggling. But
God.
But God.
But God.
But he's been good to us now.